Welcome, great minds. I welcome you to today's lesson, which we are going to be treating a very interesting topic, the computer system. Under this topic, we are going to be looking at the definition of a computer, the components of a computer system, and how the computer operates. Now, what is a computer? A computer is an electronic device that has the ability to accept data, process data following a set of programs to produce an output called information. A computer can accept data and process the data on the basis of the instruction given to meet the need of the user. Simply put, a computer is simply a machine that is used to process data. Now let's talk about the components of the computer system. Basically, there are three main components, namely the hardware, the software, and the peopleware. Pay attention as we are going to be treating each component one after the other. Now, the hardware. These are the physical parts of the computer system which we can feel, handle, and even touch them. Example, we have your printer, your keyboard, and so on. Any part of the computer that you can touch, you can feel, you can handle is known as hardware. Now, let's move on to the system unit. The system unit is the body of the computer. The system unit includes the motherboard, the CPU, which is known as the central processing unit. You have the optical drive, the hard disk, the internet speaker, the power cable, and all. Now let's move on to peripherals. A peripheral is any device that you can add and use with your computer. You can add it to your computer and use it. Peripherals are mainly the input and output devices of a computer system. Now let's move forward to the components of a personal computer. They are the input unit, the processing unit, the memory unit, the storage unit, and the output unit. Of course, we are going to be discussing each of them one after the other. The input unit. These are the devices through which all the data instructions are inputted into the computer. Examples, you have your keyboard, your mouse, your joystick, your light pen, etc. Next, we are going to be looking at the processing unit. This is a part of the computer where all the processing takes place. This is where data is being converted into information. Now, the memory unit. This includes components to store and retrieve information. Examples are the read-only memory and the random access memory. These are the examples of memory. Now let's take a look at the storage unit. This is where you store your information after it has been processed. And we have the hard disk, which is an example of the internal storage, the floppy disk, and the flash, which is an example of the external storage. Now let's look at the output unit. The output unit helps to display or bring out information that has been processed by the computer. Examples are your monitor, your printer, your plotter, etc. Now let's move on to the software components of the computer. Computer software are step-by-step instructions used to instruct the computer on what to do. It is a collection of coded set of instructions that is programmed that helps the hardware to function effectively. It directs the hardware on what to do and how to go about it. There are two types of software: the application software and the system software. Now let's move on to peopleware. These are sets of people that gives meaning to the usage of computer. Computer systems need people to operate or work with them before they can produce the desired result. Now let's talk on how the computer operates. The computer operates by the combination of three factors, namely the hardware factor, which are the physical parts of the computer. Examples are your input unit, your output unit, your storage, and the memory unit. The software factor, which includes the program, the code of instruction given to the computer, and the human factor, which are the people that knows how to operate the computer. These are the three factors on how the computer operates. Now we have come to the end of this lesson. Feel free to ask any question pertaining to this topic, and don't forget to attempt the questions on your content pages and quizzes. Bye.